Libby,
Yes, Charlotte.
I've had a new idea for a perk that we can add to our Patreon.
Oh, say more.
Well, of course, people, if they sign up to the Patreon, they can get access to our wonderful finest episodes that come out every Thursday.
Yeah.
They get access to the live streams that we do every month.
Yes.
Right? They also get the wonderful feeling that comes with supporting a podcast that they like, knowing it will continue.
So warm and fuzzy.
Mm-hmm. I have thought possibly we can add the new perk, which is the special picture.
Okay, and what's the special picture of?
Well, firstly, it's not what you think it is.
Okay. Mm-hmm. There are quite a few things I was thinking it was, but
What
they were
did you
all
think?
they were all sort of in the same category of thing, I would say.
Not sexual. Oh gosh, no. Definitely not sexual.
No.
Or maybe it is, because I can't describe the picture to the listeners.
Yeah, right.
Because you've got to sign up to know what the picture is.
Mm-hmm.
But it will certainly create a feeling.
Right. I'm quite afraid of the picture now, and I want to kill the picture.
Yeah, but you still, even though you want to kill the picture and you're afraid of it, you still kind of want to know what it is, right?
Is this some sort of test? Am I in like a Greek myth?
No, nothing. Well, nothing really bad is going to happen if you look at the picture. Well, something really bad will happen to one person in particular if they look at the picture.
Oh, God.
And that could be you, listener. But the only way to find out is by signing up to our Patreon, patreon.com/whatsallthis then.
And we're not doing the picture thing. That's just a joke, but we do like it when you sign up.
No, I'm gonna have to make a picture. I'm gonna make a special picture. It will be on the Patreon, and people will get to see it. And only be over there. Does that sound okay?
Sure. Yeah, we'll do the picture, yeah.
All right. Thank you, Libby. So, sign up to the Patreon, bonus episodes, live streams, fuzzy feeling, special picture.
Ooh, it might kill you.
No, it won't do that, but maybe.
Okay.
You have to look at it to find out.
Okay.
All right, here's the episode. Enjoy.
What's y'all this then? What's y'all this then? What's Billy G? What's the sweet tea? What's the black eyed peas? What's NBC? What's y'all this then?
Well, howdy there, and welcome to What's Y'all This Then? This is normally a podcast about Britain, but this month we're talking about American stuff that British people love, even if it burns them up inside. The pain of longing burns like fire. It's almost like it's better when they want something they can't have, like a nice job or a girlfriend or clean clothes. Well, if you needed a clean tea, that's all you had to say. I never want your shirt to stink or have you smell like rotten curds. And wait for all the dirty socks, the underwear that smells like locks. Remember when you blew your load in your shorts at the Taco Bell? It's laundry day. It's laundry day. It's laundry day. Clothes to wear out.
Wow.
This week's topic is emo, and I'm joined as always by my wonderful co-host Charlotte McDonald. Hi, Charlotte.
Hi, Libby. Now,
Hi.
I did have the thought maybe I should do some emo makeup today for the podcast, and then I thought, it would be really embarrassing if I showed up and I was the only one who had done it, so I opted out.
Didn't even, honestly, that hadn't occurred to me yet. It hadn't occurred to me to be embarrassed about the makeup.
That's good. I think that says a lot about your growth as a person, honestly.
Thank you
nice.
so much. Yeah. Do you like my song? It's Laundry Day.
I really like your Laundry Day song. Yes. Listen, I've done some truly, stupid, no real idea sort of like parody songs for this podcast. So I can't really say why laundry, but I guess I do have to ask that question.
Oh, because I think it's funny that instead of I'm not okay, it's laundry day. I thought that was funny, and then it made me think I could do a lot of stuff about like stinky shirts and things like that. So that's funny. And the other thing was that it was really, really hard to resist doing something like I'm not gay, or I'm not a gay, or I'm not a they, something like that. So I knew I had to steer away from that. So I thought I would do one about...
Just focus on the laundry.
It's laundry day. It's laundry day,
I do. I like it when you just get an idea and then you just have to commit to it for a parody song. So I completely understand that. I do think I probably would have done I'm not a gay. And I think it would have been fine for me to do that.
That would have been fine for you to do.
Yeah.
But not me.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Well, you look great, Libby.
Thanks.
And now I feel bad that I don't look more emo.
Well, I think, look, as we said before the recording, I've done this look for my stream a couple times with a very, very sort of kind of tendentious reasoning. I just wanted to wear the emo makeup. I just thought it would be fun to do.
Fuck yeah. And it is fun, and I do love it. Well, we should loop in our guest today, who's being very quiet and polite. We're very happy to have her back. She's a comedian and a cartoonist, and she is the creator of Sex is Weird. Welcome back to the show, Katy Fishell, previously of the Austin Powers episode. We had a great time here. And the first person that we thought of when we were like, we need to do an episode about emo, it was you.
It was me, and that makes me, dare I say, horny baby. It's so nice to be back. Thank you so much for having me. I'm truly honored that you chose me for this.
You're the only person I want to talk to about sort of connecting with an angsty teenage self. I feel like that's really that's your wheelhouse for sure.
Thank you. Yeah, I it was interesting when you asked me to do this because I feel very in touch with that sort of thing in general, and I love exploring it, and I love thinking about that time. But actually, emo for me, like obviously swept the nation, took over middle school in a way like a virus. And I sort of watched it take all of my friends. Everybody was dropping like flies, and not that I was like above the eyeliner or whatever, but it was like, I very much felt like I was on the outs of like emo culture and was sort of watching it. But as we'll discuss in the podcast, upon reflection, I was like, actually, was I that far from it? And I had a sort of big realization this week. But yeah, by the way, Libby, your eye makeup does look amazing. And I will say that I did think about also coming in hot with a look, but I didn't want to be, a fucking moron that comes in the only one that dresses up. No.
Yeah.
This is really interesting because what I wanted to do was a big surprise. I wanted it to be Libby's big surprise, and I wanted the parody song to be my big surprise to the point where I didn't even send it to Charlotte first so she could play it like she normally does. I was like, this is my treat.
I have to say, I have really been enjoying Libby's intros. I think you've been doing excellent work.
They're really fun to do, and I'm grateful that you do them because it is extra work, but it is fun to think how would I introduce this topic? How would I introduce emo? I suppose I would have to do an emo parody song.
You did an incredible, it was very Weird Al in a way. Which I really liked,
It was actually pure Weird Al, now that I think about it.
Yeah. No, I thought it was wildly successful, and I can't wait to listen to it again.
I can't wait to read the comments. Wow, Libby parody song, Libby parody song,
Libby parry song,
Libby
parry song,
Libby parry song.
You should do a parry song for like when you're playing
Sekiro.
Like Sekiro and stuff. Yeah, you should do that. You beat Sekiro, right?
I beat Sekiro. Yes, I beat.
Okay.
I beat him. I haven't gotten the Demon of Hatred yet.
All right, gotcha.
But I'm gonna do that, I think.
And
I hope.
I'm so sorry, but for these non-video game people, I trust you're talking about a video game.
Yes. I haven't beaten a man who I know named Sekiro in my real life.
I don't know. I mean, with that eye makeup, you look really badass.
Yeah, exactly. I look like I could kill someone for
Yeah.
sure.
Do some killing. Man, it would be so hard to do a parry in real life.
Yep. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Given Katie's reaction to, is this a video game we're talking about right now? Maybe we should just steer clear of that topic today.
I feel so terrible. I really am quite dense when it comes to that. I played Spyro the Dragon when I was in 4th grade, and then that was all.
That's so nice.
I mean, that's great. I love Spyro.
I love
Yeah.
Spyro.
And
I
you're
did
normal, to be
revisit
clear.
during a bout of horrific depression a few years ago, and I played it to 120% completion. So
You gotta do it. Wasn't that fun to get all the way to 120 and be like, wow, I've done better than complete this game. I've 120%ed it.
I gotta
that's game
say,
shit.
it was pretty delicious. And also the thing of like, oh, right, last time I played this, like my thumbs were too fat to like push the buttons properly. So I couldn't like, because I was a child. And now it's just like, ooh, I'm using my, this dexterous, look at this. These adult thumbs are coming in.
The dexterous adult thumbs.
Yes, crushing it.
That's interesting because I feel like the thing that gamer adults normally say is, I'm not as good at video games as I used to be because my reaction times are slow. But I think there's a curve thing where you get better and better until you're like 18 or 19 or something, and then it starts to sort of decline precipitously.
Yeah, it's like professional sports.
It's exactly like professional sports in many, many ways,
yes.
Including how like sexy and cool it is.
Like how
to be
everyone's
good
sort of
at.
like a sex symbol. I want to see all the like
Absolutely.
professional Super Smash Brothers people on like Wheaties boxes or whatever. Yeah,
The endorsement deals
They've
are
all
actually
got-
worth more. Yeah.
They've got names like Schlomp. Like,
Yeah.
whoa,
Oh, I love Schlump. No, but Schlump's actually
okay,
yeah.
Schlump. Schlump
Yeah.
420 for the real heads, the username or whatever.
all right. Well, it is America Month on the podcast.
Yeah, how are you guys feeling? Are you like out? Are you like floating in the open ocean? Are you lost? Do you feel at home? Do you feel scared? Do you feel excited?
I feel normal because I am American as well. So to me, this is no
sure.
big deal. Yeah.
But you have the accent, so
Right. I mean, actually,
So not
we didn't
really.
really even talk about the accent that you did for the parody song. That was pretty special.
That was really huge.
honestly.
I tried out a couple of different emo voices. I did want to do Blink 182's "I Miss You," but I think that's too annoying. Where are you? That's just too annoying. I think.
I mean, it is a good whiny American voice, though. That one.
Yeah, that one really, I think, like highlights that sort of like that sort of thing that everyone did at the same time.
It was a bit of a trip going back and hearing just how nasal the singing really could be.
It does seem like a parody of itself in a way.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, it was.
I'm so sorry. It's like,
I'm so sorry.
damn, you really are sorry.
I'm not scared of America Month. I've mostly just been enjoying the freedom to talk about other stuff. But I will say I think the scariest thing to me was trying to figure out what an American thought was initially.
Yeah. That is true.
So used to
what
doing
do
the
you
British
mean?
thought of the week, and I'm like, what is an
sure.
American thought?
Yeah,
Yes.
because British Thought of the Week feels like it was a concept that arrived fully formed and slotted into the podcast, and we immediately knew what it was. But American Thought of the Week, here's the thing. America, much bigger, and in many ways, I don't think it's less silly, but you have to dig a little deeper to find the stuff that's silly.
Yeah,
in part,
totally.
I think, because America has so much stuff that it takes really seriously.
Yeah.
Whereas everything in the UK is done with a little bit of shame and irony.
We love to be really serious and really like,
Yeah.
what's funny about it? Like puff out the chest and like, what are you gonna make fun of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really funny. Deep frying
Yeah,
all the
it's-
food and the fair, the carnival, the
The
sort of
husband
America.
calling.
Yeah, the husband calling. Yes, I saw that. Yes, yes, incredible.
Totally.
Still unclear, like how even being from the South, it's like who's doing that? Who made that up? Is that something just for the the love of the game, or was there one wife that called above the rest?
Truly no idea. I mean, I tried to find out, but again, all I could find out was it started, around 45 years ago, because there was one lady who was still alive at the time saying, I was doing it 45 years ago. Yeah. They just were not keeping those records, unfortunately.
I do think they were just kind of having a bit of fun with it for that one. I think they sort of know that it's silly. It's almost like the butter sculpture to me.
Right.
The cow made of butter and stuff like that.
Yes.
I think that is, but I don't know, maybe they're kind of having, is America kind of fun? Are you guys kind of having fun and like doing it fun style?
Hell, if you go to our theme parks, if you go to our water parks, mostly our parks, those are fun places. Yeah. Those are spaces for fun in the sun, family time, big rides. We like that. We like guns. That's not fun.
That's not fun.
That's not fun.
Thought of the week: guns.
Fun or not
fun? Did you guys? Because I actually did some research into the butter cow.
Yeah.
In preparation for the husband calling, just in case I didn't have enough husband calling stuff. Mm-hmm. Did you guys know that it's not all butter?
What?
That makes me furious.
Yeah. What is it?
Hold on, I was just going through my old notes for this. I can show you a picture. It's like...
Oh, it's wires.
It's like a metal frame and then they just put butter on it.
Dude, that sucks.
That's not sculpture.
It's not a sculpture, but it's not honest, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Yes. I think that's right. I think when you hear butter cow, you think, well, it's America, they're going to waste a fuck ton of butter on making a big cow made out of butter. And then you go, well, they've wasted a lot of butter, but not nearly as much as I wanted.
Which is also I think part of the American fun signal of excess. You know what I mean? Yeah. We love to do too much with something silly. And it's also that thing of the artistry level of it where you're you want it to be there's one Texan Michelangelo that got the slab of granite butter that spent, his life or her life chiseling away and then, unveiled the cow. But damn, I'm disappointed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Kind of want to make a butter sculpture now.
Yeah.
Ooh, what would you make, Libby?
Xbox controller.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
And actually, that would be really easy.
Yeah, make a splash at the fair.
It would, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I wonder if they have butter sculpture type stuff at the LA County Fair.
I would imagine so.
They do. They do, I believe. I went a couple years ago. I'm so sad I missed the fair this year. I'm going to the OC County Fair. What your eyes just got wide. What happened?
The way that Libby pogged when she realized that there was butter stuff. Sometimes butter stuff at the fair. Sometimes I know exactly what image of Libby I'm going to pick to put in the thumbnail. Before I know now I don't need to scrub through the whole episode to find it. I just need to find the face Libby did when she looked at the LA County Fair butter cow.
It was a genuine YouTube face if I've ever seen it. In complete earnest, yeah.
I'm sorry to say that I pogged too soon.
Oh no!
It's not butter at the LA County Fair. It's a fine art fair that is called butter and has nothing to do with butter.
Yeah.
So anyway, Katie, if you look around the Orange County Fair,
I'll look around for you. I'm going in 2 weeks, and I will be looking alive. Me and Luke went to the Orange County Fair on a whim. I think last year.
Oh yeah.
For we were looking for something to do. Mm-hmm. We saw that, oh shit, we can drive 40 minutes or whatever. Got there 2 hours before closing, so we were just running around, just sort of trying to do anything or see anything. And we stumbled upon it was a llama agility contest. So it was these llama farmers in a big tent. Farmers. And then it was mostly children. They were quite young. They were 14, 15. And they had little leashes around their llamas. And it was stuff, it's dog agility. It's they're running through tunnels. They're going on seesaws and whatever. And it's crazy. And then llamas, it was can you possibly, for one moment, get this llama to brave a contraption that was a pipe with a couple of pool noodles sticking out of it? Or it's just because the noodles are scary to them. And so it's just sort of like, can you possibly get them through this like pool noodle hell? And the answer is no. The answer was completely not every single time. The llamas either completely freaked out and like started bucking or just like stopped and wouldn't move and they're too heavy. And so every single one of them lost, and it was really wonderful to see.
Oh my God.
I love that.
That makes me so sad.
They say, you know what? I'm not brave enough, and that's okay, and I'm not built for this.
Okay, can I tell you the stupid thought I had?
Please.
When you said it's mostly like 14 and 15-year-olds, I was like, makes sense. You'd have to be really light to ride the llamas.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's okay. I think that's...
they were riding the llamas.
No, because here's the thing. When I saw llama agility on a banner, I was like, surely that means there's going to be like llama jockeys and like, there's going to be some sort of agility and not just like, I'm going to drag my pet through something it doesn't want to do.
Doesn't llama jockey, well, I guess I'm thinking of chicken jockey, but it really does sound like something. Jockey? Llama jockey. I don't know. Trump didn't say it in the movie, did he? It wasn't.
No, but I don't know why.
Llama jockey.
Llama jockey.
I think 15-year-olds on top of the llamas.
God, you know what I think I just did was I think I just quoted Luke, who has been saying it in Trump voice, but thinking that was how it was delivered because he saw it in theaters.
Makes sense.
Anyway.
No, I think I've also been. I think I also did that because it's something that Northern Line said for a long time.
Okay.
And he also does a Trump voice a lot. He probably did say chicken jockey in the Trump voice, and that's bad for me in my brain. What I was going to say was it sounds like something that you would have said in 2003 as part of like random culture, because random culture was big on llamas, wasn't it?
And also, I will say that like random culture and not to segue, but like and emo culture really do go hand in hand.
I so agree.
Where there was like the stranglehold of like the llama, the taco, the ninja that really took everyone by storm all of a sudden in like one like fell swoop of a graphic t-shirt.
Yeah.
And we all know that the most random color was purple, don't we, folks? Purple was the random color.
I know cheese was random. That much I know for sure. Liking cheese was random.
Liking cheese, liking muffins. Do we remember
nursing
muffin
home
culture?
Conversation happening here.
I know cheese was random. Do you remember what else was random? Do you remember? Was it badgers? No, I think it was actually possums, wasn't it?
No, not possums. No, definitely llamas. And purple. Oh, imagine a purple llama.
Oh,
that's
Mary,
fun.
I'm scared.
Actively passing away in a nursing home.
Yeah, I remember the unicorns when they were making love on the t-shirt, and that could be considered random.
Everyone's like, "Shut the fuck up, Grandma! You
giving me your money or not?"
Yeah.
Oh God. I mean, I am happy that I know that when I am really old, that I will be looking to play like From Software games in my bed rather than thinking about what was random.
Well, yeah. I hope so. That's all we.
I hope so as well. Now, I mean, usually this is the part where obviously you've been on the show before. You've told us about your relationship with the UK. I don't really want to say, what do you think of America, Katy? That one feels like a bad question to ask.
Yeah.
We don't need to go down that road, but you're an animator, you're a cartoonist. I did want to ask, what do you think is the most American cartoon?
Family Guy.
Family Guy?
Yeah.
Very good.
I would say like in spirit. Because more so than like American Dad, which is like, I'm America, it's like too on the nose, but it's like Family Guy just in terms of, I think, the tone, how loud it is, how like overstuffed with, just like it's like a state of mind, I guess, rather than like, how American are these cartoons? You know what I mean? Where it's like, like the cut to's absurd situation, the sort of like,
which is pretty random,
which is very random core, and also just like it's so it's so excessive to me, and it's so busy, and I feel like that does it feels like, oh yes, I'm home, that sort of, it's like a theme park of a show to me.
Yes, I think that's.
And I don't mean that as a flattering thing, I guess.
No, I know.
Sure. Yeah.
That's what I was going
Yeah.
to say. It's like, I think if you liked America or you had hope for it, you might say The Simpsons. But if you don't and you don't have hope, then I think it's a sort of, look, I'm not to piss off Jesse, Farrar, or Luke, who I think of as my sort of Family Guy friends.
Buddy, we fight about this all the time. Isn't it interesting that they look exactly the same? And I don't know. Luke's gonna barge in here and strangle me. It is just a thing where it's like, I'm sorry, but, and I don't know if you guys have felt this, but it feels like among my friend group, anyway, I've been hearing whispers of like, actually, Family Guy, it's pretty funny, and it's sort of this thing where it's like, to me, it's like the return of the R word in a way, where it's like that little bastard type of thing. You know what I mean? Where it's like, ooh, I'm going to be naughty. And it's like, those are different things kind of, but it's like the Family Guy, I'm just like, I'm so sorry. I just find it to be I think, America's in its Family Guy era. I would love to say that we were in our Simpsons era, a little bit more thoughtful, silly, fun, has a lot of heart, but ultimately, we love a silly, fun joke that's irreverent and good. But good God, I just, Family Guy ain't for me. It never was,
No, I did watch it as a teen a fair bit, and I remember thinking it was funny. And this, of course, was when the Simpsons had gotten bad as well. This is like, I probably 2004 or 5, maybe a little bit later. And I remember having the DVDs and stuff, but I've never sort of returned to it as a grown-up and thought, oh no, this actually is better than The Simpsons. That's an opinion that Jesse holds, and I love Jesse so much and have so much respect for him, and I think that is the wrongest thing that a person I love and respect has ever said.
That is really tough to hear.
It speaks to the strength of your friendship, I think,
That's
that you can get through that, honestly, because that's
honestly,
some
yes.
fucked up shit.
Yeah. That's a, like, I'm going to cut you off level of, yeah.
Oh, I mean, if it was someone I liked less, that would be enough.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah, 100%.
That would be plenty. Yeah.
I am now, because we're having Luke on for our finest episode this week. And now I am thinking, I already watched the Parks and Recreation episodes that we're going to be talking about. We will have to talk to him about Family Guy as well.
You'll have to. You must. Yeah. A little live action, a little animation, I think.
We could do a mini American sitcom in London and talk about there's like a famous Family Guy bit, and this is another nursing home moment where I don't properly remember, but it's like two English guys and they're like, you suck, and then one of them punches the other one, and here's the thing is that it's just actually really funny.
Yeah, it's like that's the thing. Here's the deal. It's like there's not when it hits, right? But I do think that, like, in my sort of, I'm working on the couch, Luke comes home, turns on a Family Guy against my will, and it's sort of like it's playing in the background. There are some times where I will laugh for sure. And it's like, I'm not saying that it's like 100% garbage, but it is just sort of like, I think pound for pound, just so infinitely worse than The Simpsons. Fuck you, Jesse Farrar. You're an idiot. You're an ant to me. You're nothing. No. Hi, Jesse.
Hi, Jesse. We love you.
I hope you're listening. We love you, Jesse.
Jesse is an aunt to me. He's always crying at weddings.
That's nice. Mm-hmm. And that's interesting that it's someone who would cry at weddings would like Family Guy more. I don't know. You know what I mean? It feels very at odds. Like someone with a good heart. I don't know.
Yeah, it's sort of fucked up, isn't it?
I just remember thinking, I don't like it that they keep cutting away from the family.
It's disruptive. I totally agree. It's also save it. No, go ahead.
Save it. I was going to say, because we did an episode about The Simpsons with Belle, I've been thinking a lot about The Simpsons, and I feel like the cutaway gag is something that was established in, maybe even by The Simpsons, but I actually don't, I think a lot of the cutaway gags are not the best Simpsons gags. Some of them are good.
Sure.
But
but they were always in universe, is the thing.
Yes.
It's true. It wasn't Peter getting exploded by a bomb or something. I don't know.
Also, just
pretty funny.
Now that's funny. Excuse me.
And random as well.
Pitching in the Family Guy writer's room.
Little Miss Random. I mean, that's the thing is like it's very like it's the writing of it that's like it's just like that time when extremely detailed thing where it's like, I don't know, dog. Like, you're also just, not to be this now I'm just being a bummer. I feel like an old man yells at cloud vibes, but it's just like, I don't know. Like, you're explaining the joke and then you're showing me the joke and then we're back. And, it just feels,
Yep.
Fuck you, Jesse Farrar.
The drama episode, everybody.
We need a good feud.
Post forthcoming on the Goo Crew subreddit. Are Katie and JF okay?
The answer is no. He's only been so wonderful to me every single time I've met him. He's a dear, dear man.
And us too.
Fuck you.
We'll go listen to Your Kickstarter Sucks and watch the Golf Games, everybody. And then now also listen to me, who's about to tell you a thought about America.
Yeah.
Iced tea's nice. What happened to Geraldo? Big soda. Bloody tornado again. How do they make corn dogs? Did they finish Reconstruction or what?
Merican Thought of the Week.
That's right, Libby. It's time for American Thought of the Week. And this week, my American Thought is, were cornflakes created to stop people from masturbating? You guys heard about this?
No.
No?
Yes.
What is this? Not at all. What do you mean?
And if you could continue that, just ask me questions as we go through. I'm happy, because Katie, I'm happy to explain. You hadn't heard this at all, this idea that cornflakes were created to stop people from jerking it?
On like a chemical level, or like I'm so sad that I'm eating cornflakes that I couldn't possibly masturbate. Like on what level?
It's sort of. I mean, so this is Libby. Had you heard about this rumor?
Yes.
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 Okay. What was your understanding of the masturbation cornflakes thing then?
My understanding of the masturbation cornflakes thing was that, I suppose that eating cornflakes, you know what it is? It's the Simpsons joke where, in the episode of Millhouse Divided in season 8, where they're playing Pictionary and the thing that the Flanders have to draw is cornstarch, and Ned gets it immediately, and he says, good for keeping down the urges. It's the idea that there is a food that stops you being horny.
Oh my God.
Right. So this is an internet rumor that has been propagated for a long time. And so I'm here today to set the record straight on John Harvey Kellogg and his cornflakes that stop you from wanting to wank. Because the rumor for a long time has been that in the 1800s, Mr. John Kellogg invented cornflakes in the hopes that their plainness would stop people from masturbating, right? The sort of most egregious part of the rumor. No, Libby, are you okay?
I'm just thinking a guy a guy who's eating bacon for breakfast, being like, "Oh, this really makes me want to fuck."
Yeah,
it's so salty and delicious, and I'm getting a hard on, right? No, the sort of the rumor is that there was a marketing slogan for the early cornflakes, which was that they were called a healthy and ready-to-eat anti-masturbatory morning meal. So that's the rumor that has been going around for a long time. Yeah. And I was curious about it, so I looked into it, and my God, this guy John Kellogg is fucking insane.
I'm sure he has a rich, troublesome history, and
yes.
I can't wait to learn more.
I was not prepared for how much I learned about. I think this is one of the issues with the American Thought is, for whatever reason, the Wikipedia page on John Kellogg and the amount of information, the true information out there is so plentiful and sort of intense, that it was quite overwhelming. The sort of bottom line answer to what Kellogg's cornflakes made to stop people from wanking is no, and the more complex answer is, but also kind of maybe just a little bit, but it's been oversimplified.
You must explain.
Yes. So I want to tell you a little bit first about Mr. John Kellogg, who sort of has like I guess Colonel Mustard vibes.
Yeah. Charlotte, this isn't going to stop me masturbating at all.
Yeah. Excuse me.
I mean, look at that bloody mustache. You can see he's definitely going to be twitching that thing left and right while he says, I say, in my mind. Mm-hmm. Mr. John Harvey Kellogg. So you would think, the guy who invented cornflakes, he would sort of be like Mr. Cereal, right? He'd be sort of making like food and stuff. Mm-hmm. So the thing about him, John Kellogg, is that he was sort of like a 19th century wellness guru.
I hate him.
Yeah, and it's
was
not
he doing
like he
stuff
didn't.
With leeches.
I don't.
Stuff with, you know what
I mean, I think we're beyond leeches at this point,
right?
But he definitely had some sort of like normal ideas about ways to be healthy, and some batshit crazy ideas as well.
Right. Yeah.
So he was the director of this place called the Battle Creek Sanitarium. Have you guys ever heard of a sanitarium before?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know that I have. I've definitely heard the word, but I am not totally sure. Is it where you go to become sane?
I think it's where you go to become healthy.
Right.
So you're not necessarily going there to cure something, although people did go to his sanitarium to sort of cure, mostly like indigestion. That was a big problem at this time.
But it's like scary spa.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Serious spa.
Sort of? Yeah.
Kind of like part of it was a spa, part of it was also like a hotel as well, and a hospital, sort of all like rolled into one. Mm-hmm. And he was also obviously this guy was also very religious as well, and he was a Seventh-day Adventist, and he got a lot of his like ideas for health from his religion. So he had some normal stuff that he believed in, like you would go to his sanitarium and you would just eat vegetarian food. He was big on vegetarianism. You don't drink any alcohol, don't smoke tobacco, exercise regularly, chew your food properly. These are all sort of like...
Oh, God, I hate that one. I don't want to chew that shit. I want to swallow it and eat more.
Right, but wouldn't you love to chew your food if John stood on stage and sung a little song to you while you were chewing?
Yes, I would love that. Yes, instantly.
I've never wanted to chew more in my life.
I mean, I don't know the original tune to this one. I can tell you some of the lyrics of John's chewing song, because he was not into masturbation, it was into mastication. Am I right, guys?
Hey.
Come on now.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. Chew, 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 that is the thing to do.
Ugh.
You may smile when you chew, but don't try to talk too, for perhaps you will choke and be sorry that you spoke.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's like very haunted doll vibes, you know?
A little bit.
I got Chewy McGee for Christmas, and then went up in 19 pieces on the side of the highway.
Thing to do.
Yeah.
So chewing, but that was a big thing for him. And then, so that was the normal stuff. Unfortunately, he was also into like the ideas that inflicting pain would sort of be a cure for some things. He was big into electroshock therapy. That was on his list. The like craziest one though has to be the fact that he believed that the quality of the like the bacteria in your intestines played a big role in your health.
Okay, but that's kind of true.
Yeah,
it is true.
Yeah.
But now you wouldn't necessarily like his method for cleaning out your intestines.
No.
Well, Charlotte, I guess we'll find out.
How would you feel?
I do like it.
How would you feel about a yogurt enema, Libby?
Christ.
What flavor?
You'd have to imagine plain.
Yeah. Not
knowing
waste.
John.
Yeah.
Paying 10p extra for the vanilla yogurt just to shove it up your bum? No thanks.
Yeah.
Well, the guy was so into like the idea that food being plain is good for you.
Yeah.
Right. So that was his like whole deal. It's why like the original recipe for cornflakes was just corn and nothing else. But yeah, no, I would imagine plain yogurt, and you would get a pint of yogurt half in the mouth and half up the butt, and then that would
human
be
centipede yogurt. That sucks. That's awful. Yeah,
get it in from both ends, and that was his methodology.
You know, this reminds me of something that was on QI, which means it may not have been true, but that in the, let's say, 19th century, they thought that one of the ways you should cure someone who was drowning, maybe, or like couldn't breathe in some way, was to blow smoke up their bums, like or hypothermia, maybe. Someone who had been recently in a river, you should blow smoke up their ass.
That's really interesting because, like, isn't there a thing where it's like when someone has OD'd, people say that you should shove an ice cube up their ass?
Interesting. I wonder if this is like the pissing on the foot for jellyfish
Katy original
thing.
Yeah,
I don't think, yeah.
There's something about the shock of the temperature change or whatever that will like jolt someone. I'm also making this up, maybe. I think maybe this was told to me by someone who is not.
Well, I'll be sure to give it a go.
Yeah, absolutely. Instead of Narcan, I think you should just run to them with a popsicle and see what happens.
Make sure you're carrying a popsicle at all times.
Yeah. Just for
swap
safety.
it out when it melts.
Yeah, like a Flintstones pop. Yeah.
Well, the important information you need to know about John is he was very anti-masturbation, right?
Okay.
Right.
So he did not like wanking. He did think that it could potentially cause blindness. That was one of the things that he thought.
This is really interesting because it's like we now have this like resurgence of like no fat blah 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 in like gross like masculine whatever circles blah, blah, blah. And it's like I wonder if that is pulled from that or if those are connected in any way because that's such a common theme in all of this where it's like it's actually bad for you and you should stop immediately.
I have a theory.
Go ahead.
Basically, anything that people enjoy, at some point, someone will come along and say, that makes you unhealthy to do that thing that you like. Because it has the sort of power of something that is, somewhat counterintuitive, but also you're being told off for something, and you're like, oh, right, I suppose I shouldn't do that. It would be great. And also, it would be great if I was healthy and all my problems went away.
Right.
So it's within your power as well.
Totally. It's lose 20 pounds with this one weird trick, and the weird trick is like never doing a podcast with your friends ever again. Like, no, but I love that.
No, I will never do that.
It's my favorite thing.
No, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
God, if it turned out not doing a podcast was the solution to all of my problems, I would have a new problem, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he was very anti-wank. He was also just like anti-sex generally, unfortunately.
Right.
He apparently he was married to his wife Ella for 40 years and they never had sex once.
Oh,
what?
Yeah.
No.
Mate.
Yeah, not great. I mean, if I'm going to...
she was fucking the guy who invented Cocoa Pops.
Of course. Yeah, literally. It's like Frosted Flakes was born shortly thereafter. Or it's like, that's also the sex appeal of Tony the Tiger, by the way.
What do you think it's frosted with, Katy?
Yeah, fucking frosted ass. Yeah. Wonderful.
She was frosted as hell, dude.
Honey. That's right.
Now Ella was actually pretty invested in cornflakes because she was the main story is John Kellogg invented the cornflakes. It was really John and Ella and also John's brother William, and William is sort of the most important one in the story because he sort of like he had this really bad relationship with his brother John where he was like sort of not in servitude to him, but his brother would be like, you'd still have to shine my shoes and trim my beard and stuff.
Oh, no.
Wow.
So that was the situation that Will was in. And he was tasked with like, after the like initial idea of cornflakes, he was tasked with like the actual like development to make it something that people would want to eat. But importantly, like they didn't, I know it took a while to make it into something that people like around the world would actually want to eat because for the longest time, John was like, don't put any other ingredients in my cornflakes. They should be corn and nothing else because corn is plain and flavorless and that is healthy. And if you add anything else, it's going to ruin my reputation, basically.
What a stupid twat.
Yeah, no, he is a stupid twat. He's definitely evil as well. Like at a certain point in his life, John is like, you know what, I'm going to get into eugenics.
Yeah, I was waiting for the eugenics drop. It always is like, who is the man behind like the delightful toucan on the box? Well, it's a man who will, measure your skull in a really crazy way and say some really troubling things about humanity. It's always that. It's always that.
That's John for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, at a certain point, Will was like, people want to buy these cornflakes. they were just making them originally for the people in the sanitarium, and then people in the sanitarium who left, who were like, we want more of these cornflakes, that they had to ultimately set up a factory. And Will so much was like, please, for the love of God, my brother, can we add salt and sugar to these cornflakes so that more people want to eat them? And John was like, no. And then John went to Europe, and Will did it anyway, and everyone loved it.
Fuck yeah, that's great.
He ultimately went off on his own. He got, I think, there's so much to this story. I'm trying to decide what information to dole out. The sanitarium burnt down, which led John to be in a bad situation, and Will basically took advantage of it and was like, I will give you money that you need to get your sanitarium back if you will give me permission to make cornflakes. Because John, he considers himself Mr. Kellogg, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
He's like in charge. He has, the patent or whatever.
It's Succession is what it is, basically.
Yeah, totally.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah, he's Kendall, and then the other one is one of the other ones.
Yeah, exactly. He's one of the other ones. Exactly. That's how it went down for sure. But yeah, ultimately, what happens is that Will he buys the recipe from his brother. He adds not the recipe, buys the rights to sell them from his brother. Sets up his own factory, starts selling cornflakes. They've got stuff in them that would make, basically they've got stuff in them like malt and salt and sugar would mean that they would no longer be having one of the desired effects that John would consider helpful,
yes.
which is that it's a plain food, therefore it's good for you, and one of the results of you feeling good and better in mind and body is you will be less likely to want to
jack
wank.
off. Yes.
Right.
So it does lead there ultimately.
I understand, right.
But it's not like John went into the factory and thought, I'm going to make a product that will stop people from jerking it.
Right. It's like this is part of a balanced lifestyle, which very much involves not jerking it in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
You have to wonder if people like that, like how much of that mindset is like a sunken cost situation. Because it's like, you were married for 40 years, y'all didn't fuck once. You would have to imagine year 36, it's like, what if he found out that actually like when you be fucking, it's awesome? And he's like, no, it's fine. And this is actually healthier. You know what I mean? Like he must have come upon people that were like, way healthier and awesome and more handsome than him, and that were getting mad pussy. And he was just like, I'm not seeing that. I have blinders on.
Well,
I must continue to not fuck my wife.
What if you get a letter from God that's like, hey, by the way, I see what you're doing and it's all great.
Yeah.
You don't need to go so hard on the not fucking thing. I'm actually totally cool with that. That's why I gave you the penis and everything, is because it's fun to jack it off and to, fuck your wife and stuff.
Yeah.
I think you would have to be like, no. No, actually,
no,
God,
totally.
No,
he
God is wrong. Yogurt enemas. That's it.
yeah, that's what he wants. No, he literally referred to masturbation as the secret sin, the one that God didn't actually like write down, but is definitely definitely a sin, though, I guess.
Yeah. Now this is reminding me. There isn't anything like specific in the Bible. There's something about not spilling your seed on the ground or something in the Bible, and that's the closest it gets to saying don't jack off. But I don't think they really cared about it until the 19th century.
Is that
basically.
why? Because it's like maybe seen as like a waste of human life. Is that the thing? Why?
I might be getting this from Life of Brian. I'm not
sure, of course, yeah, interchangeable, yeah.
Anyway, just to round off the story of John and William, because Will was like, I want to have Kellogg's on my box. I want the company name. John is like, no, you can't do that. They have legal battles over it for 10 years. It completely ruins their, I guess, already bad relationship. But ultimately what happens is John Kellogg, he kind of runs out of money. I guess he's too into his eugenics at this point and not really thinking about new things to stuck up your bum to clean out your intestines, right? Yeah. He writes a letter to Will to ask him for money, A, and then B, to be like, I'm sorry about all of that stuff that I did. Which you would think would be sort of like a semi-nice resolution to the story, but John's assistant like has the letter, and she basically is like, my boss is being kind of a pussy about this. I'm not going to give the letter to Will.
No way.
And she just puts it in a drawer, and then Will doesn't read it until 8 years later. after John is already dead.
So I knew you were going to say that. That sucks. Yeah. That's so sad. What was his? Yeah. Do we know what his reaction was? Was it like very much, I wish I had seen this earlier?
I mean, it must have been.
Must have been.
Yeah. So that's the headline on cornflakes.
What a brutally depressing history of an already pretty brutally depressing cereal.
Yes. Kind of. The whole thing is crazy and insane.
Do you guys not like cornflakes?
I guess, now that I'm saying out loud, I do have, there's like what do we have that's on the counter? We have 2 giant boxes of it and I'm obsessed with it. It's something so like old person. It's like flax bran or whatever.
Oh, but bran flakes are amazing.
I'm always eating bran flakes.
Brother, it's so good. It's like, it's just the most plain, like nothing. Sometimes if I'm feeling a little spicy, I'll sprinkle a little bit of brown sugar over it. But, that's late night Katie talking. We won't tell daytime Katie about that. But it's just like, there is something satisfying about like, I know what this is. It's 2 things and it's in my bowl and that's all. And I never jack off. But
I never jack off. Yeah.
They
I
are
should
quite
try
good.
it. Honestly, I should try the cornflakes month and see if it stops me jacking off.
Well, it won't because you'd have to make your own cornflakes with just corn.
Okay, cooking stream idea, making John Kellogg's version of the cornflakes. It's just corn that I mash into a flake.
Well, I do want to shout out Tasting History, who initially is the YouTuber that initially put me onto this. He does have a video where he goes through a lot of this history, and then also tries to make the cornflakes.
Wow.
Seems extremely difficult.
Yeah.
He does say at the end, do not do this. It was not worth it.
It sucks, right? I also, before we end this segment, I want to correct the record on what I said about spilling seed on the ground.
Okay.
What that comes from is a story in the Bible where a guy named Onan was fucking his brother's wife, but knew that he shouldn't. So what he did was pull out and spilled his seed on the ground. So what that is a guy, and that's where we get onanism from, as a word for masturbating, who jacked off onto the ground, I guess, basically, is what happened.
Gotcha.
But it doesn't say anything explicit.
It doesn't say if that's good or bad to do.
Right, yeah.
No, it's whatever about that.
And we still can't know. Yeah.
It's just a story.
I think ultimately it's like, it's fine regardless of what you're doing as long as you pull out.
Yeah. Pulling out is so Christian, from what I can tell. Yeah. Also, really funny Reddit post. What does the Bible say about masturbation? And the post starts, I'm disgusted to ask this question, but I need to know.
A woman who's like a clockwork oranging her eyes open at the computer and like, just typing it against her will.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, well, that's this week's American Thought of the Week. We will be getting back to British thoughts soon, everybody. And if you have a British thought of the week that you want to send in, the email to do that, as always, is whatsallthispost@gmail.com. It is time, finally, to talk about emo. It is emo time.
Emo time.
And we should say as well that we are probably, if you are someone who is like, I hope they're going to talk about the rise of emo in the 1980s and what true emo is, and a bunch of bands that we've frankly never heard of. Sorry to let you down. We're very much focused on the subculture of emo that I would imagine, knew when we were growing up. Yes. And I think I kind of do want to start with like, Katie, what was emo to you before you really knew anything about it? Like,
I mean, look, in preparation for the podcast, I was like sort of trying to deep dive for a second and like, okay, what is like the genesis? And I was like, no, actually, it doesn't matter. It was like, what was the cultural phenomenon that hit, in like the early 2000s for me? And to me, emo, when I think about it, it's really like it's both fashion, equal parts fashion and a state of mind. I guess. And I remember like, oh God, there's so many factors to this, but it was like, all of a sudden, all of my 12-year-old friends, and I'm 12 at the time as well, my 12-year-old friends are like swept away by this like sort of upper middle class suburban ennui that is so completely unearned, where it's, very like cut my wrists and black my eyes culture, And it's like, but that is directed towards like a mom who like won't stop baking you cookies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like very like, oh, my prison guard is here. And it's like your dad who's like pulling up and like picking you up from soccer practice. You know what I mean? And it was just like, I felt all of a sudden that, it's just like, why are you trying to stop me from growing? And it's just like you're screaming at a wall. You know what I mean? And it was like, I remember, I have this vivid memory of a girl that I knew in like 6th grade. Everyone had a Zanga, except me. I just had a MySpace. I was a purist, but she had a Zanga and she wrote this thing that I remember our friends circulated that was like, I'm really worried about Sarah. And it was like, as I drink the whiskey from my from my father's secret cabinet, I cannot help. And it was like sort of this thing where it was like, she is pretending that she is an alcoholic.
Yep.
She's 11 years old. I'm not saying that's not possible, but I was like, bitch, I know you. You're the class president, bro. It's like, it's so like, you're not, this ain't it. And it was this thing where it was like, all of a sudden, I'm not trying to be all moral panic about this, by the way, because I also recognize that at the same time, people were like freaking out, being like, oh, this is music that, is making our kids, people. Cut themselves or whatever. Right. Yeah, like that stuff. Like, I'm not saying that, but it was this thing where it was like a chicness and a desire around general difficulty and struggle among kids that just it had absolutely no business claiming that,
Yes.
And so that's part of it. And then obviously, oops, all bangs, oops, all liner, the tightest pants in the world. You know what I mean? Like the classics, the greatest hits of like, oh God, that sort of thing. I mean, those are the big things that I think of when I think of that time, for sure.
Yeah, I do remember it being cool to be sad and me thinking I should be more sad so I can be more cool.
Completely.
Why am I not more sad?
Why am I not
I wish
more
I was
sad?
sadder.
Yes.
And then I guess a lot of people being like, I'm just going to play the role of being sad because I feel it at least a little bit, as you would when you're a teenager, but I'm going to lean into this so much that it's going to become a core part of how I sort of like identify now.
Completely. And also it was this weird confluence of things where it was like of like two sort of behaviors, because it hit hard, I think, when it was like 11, 12, 13. And it was like everyone in one voice rose up and said, we're going to make the same MySpace picture and it's going to be the same angle, whatever. But it was like also, Invader Zim was like huge during that time. And I think also spoke to that type of like, haunted sort of aesthetic, whatever, sort of, oh, we're a little bit dark in here. Come to the dark side. We have cookies vibes, whatever. And it's like, so then I had friends that were like, I need to be more sad, but then also were like obsessed with that shit. So it was like, you're both trying to be sad, but you're also like inherently loud and obnoxious, like the cartoons. Does that make sense? Where it was just like, because it was just like hitting at this specific age where you're kind of just taking something from all different aspects just to like put it in and be like, this is the personality now. It made for a very interesting, profoundly obnoxious child. And I remember that being like, wow, this is like
you at 12
lot.
Being like, these children are profoundly obnoxious.
And listen, by the way, it's like, I'm saying this, of course, as like, at the time 12, I was a different type of obnoxious, but I think one that we can all agree is superior, which was, I was sad, but I was like rapid fire quoting The Simpsons at all of my friends at gunpoint, basically. And, everyone says that's awesome and we love that and we think that's a superior way to be. And of course, that's awesome and we love that. So,
Katie, I'm curious because Charlotte and I were born in the same year, but I'm curious, when were you 11, 12, 13? What year are we talking?
I was born in like 93, so we're talking 2004, 5, 6.
Yes, that's exactly right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
gotcha. For me, emo was something that came along when I was that I heard about when I was about 14. Yeah. So 2004.
Right.
And I was already like old enough to have gone through a couple of years of like trying to find that sort of, not exactly rebellion. It was pretty hard to rebel against my mum because she was so fucking reasonable.
Yeah.
Not that I didn't try, but trying to find ways of being alternative and expressing difference. And for me, that was being a witch for a year.
Good.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And that was sort of my gateway, I think, into I had a phase. I was never really like fully in one subculture like properly.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I've got some pictures here that I'm
we gotta
to show.
We gotta see the pictures.
Yes. Okay.
So this is before I was.
Oh, God bless you.
I know.
Okay, so we've got. Is that? It's not leather, and it's not a long leather jacket, is it?
Yeah, it is. Well, I'm sure it was not real leather, but I got it at Camden Market for like 25 quid or something.
Sort of like a baby's first Matrix look.
Yes,
that's exactly right. Yes,
Little Trinity. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is really good.
You look cool.
You legit look awesome.
Honestly, you do.
Do you really think that? Because I don't really think that.
No, I will say you look cool, and I think if I had this exact outfit now, I would feel cool in it.
Totally different. Yes, I see what you mean there. Yeah, it's I had a really tight shirt with a skull on it. That I don't know, man. I had like a sort of. It's like a cardigan, but it's made of netting. It's like a fishnet cardigan.
Yeah. Those were big.
I had like a skirt with you can't see this, but it had a chain on it, and of course the black choker. And so that was before emo. That I was 13 there, so that was I just turned 14. So that was summer 2004, and I remember emo coming along as a thing that a boy in my class told me about, and he was like kind of cool and a little bit like in tune with American stuff in a way that I wasn't necessarily, and he told me about emo.
Yes.
And like stuff like Alexis on Fire and I don't even know. Green Day was not emo, but it was part of the conversation.
Yeah. It was in the conversation.
Yeah.
It was in the conversation. And then 2005, My Chemical Romance, stuff like that. And this was stuff that I listened to, but I don't think I ever really thought of myself as emo. I thought of myself as someone who was entertained by emo. And this sounds like I'm like Cope, but I really do think I had a sort of ironic affection for emo that in hindsight is no different than just being emo. But if you look at this picture, for example, from 2006.
Okay. Yeah. No, it's
in the computer lab also.
Yeah, in the computer lab.
It's crucial.
How would you describe this pose with the hand?
It's sort of like pre-sexual coquettishness, That's like, oh, who me? And
I'm really sorry to say this was not pre-sexual.
Oh, tough to say. That's what's really, really difficult about looking back, where you say, man, that was what was getting it.
You were nasty. You were just a horrible slut, and someone should have stopped you from doing that. So I've got a broken heart drawn on my hand. Yeah. I'm wearing like an Alice band or like a hairband with a bow on it. But this is a shirt I got at Primark, which is like a combo like collared shirt and like sweater vest thing.
Right.
It was a time when if I saw a boy who had the swoopy bangs, I was like, that's an attractive man.
Yes.
Regardless of what else was going on, I was like, swoopy bang. Swoopy bang is man for me.
Swoopy bang, yes. Yeah. And at the time, that was me.
I'm sure I would have wanted to fuck you so hard.
It's two people going, hey, and then someone going,
hey. Exactly. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
No, I have no pictures to show, but I did, I embraced the swoopy bang look at the very least. And I don't think I ever, it was similar, like I don't think I ever got into emo. The closest I got is I had a girlfriend at the time who was like really into emo boys. And I did, for her, I was like, I need to do the skinny jeans and I need to grow my hair out.
I need to get my shit together to please my emo loving girlfriend.
And then probably for me as well, because the other thing is like the male emo was very androgynous, and I think I was scared by the concept of now I'm putting on eyeliner.
I understand.
I'm sort of like it was a step I was not ready to take at that time that I wish I could have embraced more, honestly, because I feel like it could have, because definitely there's a lot of like crossover between like emo and queerness as well.
Yeah.
And this is something that I was thinking about, because in that pre-emo phase, before emo had hit Britain at least, I was definitely, the music I was into was like more nu metal, like Linkin Park, Alien Ant Farm, Sum 41, and then System of a Down, and fucking what else? I mean, and then it became Muse, which I don't even know what that is. That's just like rock.
Right.
But it was definitely something that was not as, let's say, like open to women. I would say. Whereas emo was something that it was a way for girls to listen to like hard music in a lot of ways. You know? And it's unfortunate that a lot of the most famous emo, A, would not be considered emo by like music guys, and B, fucking sucks.
Yeah. That was the big thing this week leading up to this episode was I was revisiting and I was like, God, it's just not for me. No. It's just all across the board not for me. No.
Yeah, I was listening to a bunch of like, I guess popular emo stuff, like My Chemical Romance and Fall Out Boy,
right?
Panic at the Disco, and I had to alternate between a lot of that music and music that I was actually listening to at that time in order to sort of like get a picture of like what was happening to me, because I remember thinking I'm into like the emo look. I wish I could embrace it more for my girl I want to have sex with for the first time. But also being like, I do remember listening to definitely Fall Out Boy and Panic at the Disco and thinking, I don't like this at all. Actually, no, I remember thinking, I guess my taste is wrong because this is what is cool. So I have to sort of force myself to try and like this. In order to fit in.
Dude, totally. I mean, there's a like sort of Christian light music venue in Nashville called Rocket Town that I believe still exists to this day. That I remember one of the most lonely nights of my life is I went to a Hawthorne Heights concert at Rocket Town with my friends. And while they were all like moshing or whatever, I was like, I just can't access this. I mean, which is also rich for me to say because I was very much I'm an indie kid, you know? So I was like team Death Cab for Cutie, which by the way is the same thing. It's the same look. I was trying to play.
Yeah, no, actually, that's what I was going to say. Really lame.
Spiritually, it's the same time. Ben Gibber, Death Cab guy, and fucking what's his face? What's his name? Pat Stump. What's Fall Out Boy's guy? Was that what his name is?
Pete Wentz.
Pete Wentz is bassist.
I wanted to call him Patrick Sleaze.
Patrick
Sleaze from Fall Out Boy.
You're not wrong. Well, there was Pete Wentz who was everybody's crush, and that was everybody's gold standard. But then there was the other guy.
And he wrote all of the lyrics as well to all of the songs,
Fuck.
even
so
though
he's
he
the
wasn't
smart
singing
one.
them. Yeah, he's the smart one
he's
too.
He's the beauty and the brain.
He doesn't want to put himself like as the front man.
No,
but he
don't look at me, but
man.
Also look at me, of course.
Okay, so here's a core memory for me is going to Reading Festival in 2006. I went to a single day of it because Belle and Sebastian were playing and I adored them. But I also liked Panic at the Disco. And I was excited to see Panic at the Disco, and all my friends made fun of me. But then Fall Out Boy came on, and I was like, "Oh, these guys are such losers." So what the fuck was I talking about?
Yeah.
And Panic at the Disco, I listened to some of that this morning as well, and I was like, "Oof."
It's really bad. I will say, for whatever reason, it's really good Beat Saber music. So I did buy those Panic at the Disco songs just so I could have more stuff to play Beat Saber to.
I've had it stuck in my head all day, you know, so I'll say that for it.
There is that, but yeah, no, it is rough. Definitely of the sort of like big ones, going back to some of the My Chemical Romance songs that were the most popular, I was like tapping my foot and I was like, okay, I do still like this.
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
definitely
they're pop songs is the thing. It's like they have hooks because they're pop songs, you know? I felt like when I ascended musically to Death Cab for Cutie, which like a boy I knew on the internet told me about, he had really good taste in music and he introduced me to Arcade Fire and Death Cab for Cutie. And I was like, oh, I'm a grown-up now.
Yeah,
I'm
smart.
This is grown-up emo. I'm listening to Transatlanticism in the dark, and I'm like, fuck, I'm so fucking interesting. I'm so fucking interesting. No one else in Banbury is listening to this.
But bro, that's what I'm saying, is that it's the same thing, where it's like I was also head so hard pressed against my father's Prius window driving to school, listening to Transatlanticism like my life fucking depended on it, and being like, no one understands or feels anything as deeply as I do. It is the same thing as someone who has cut my wrists and black my eyes in it. You know what I mean?
Yes,
where it's like,
absolutely.
it is like that. It's the same sort of like suburbia child. I mean, for my in my case, I will say like, just like my problems, and it's
I wonder if this is just a generational thing where previous generations had grunge, and then there was metal, and then before that, obviously, rock and stuff. And I wonder if emo was just like a slightly more explicit and maybe slightly more like, I don't know, kind of plasticky version of what every generation of teenagers goes through, which is essentially just emotional development. It's like, I feel bad now. The part of my brain that feels bad has grown really big.
Right. And also, like, we have MySpace now, and we need to perform how we feel for each other.
Oh, yeah, we got to put a lot of X's and tildes in our fucking statuses. Yeah.
Because one of the most interesting things to me about emo is it is really just like it's like a fan-led culture, because so many of the like big emo bands were like, we're not emo and we don't want to be associated with this like
I remember
label.
that conversation. Yeah, totally. It had like a stink on it, but it was so widely popular. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I also do just want to quickly shout out one of the bands I listened to this morning and was pleasantly surprised that I actually enjoy. It was the band Merican Thought. Did anyone listen to Merican Thought? Because I never listened to them, and I was like, oh, this is actually pretty good.
I wonder if it's something where I would remember a song if I heard it.
Yeah. They have a really famous album cover, and it's like a specific house in Illinois.
Yeah.
So that was pretty good. So I should say, for balance, that was all right.
Yeah.
And then almost everything else I listened to was like shite, in a way that not everything that I listened to as a teenager I feel that way about. Like, there was a lot of stuff that I listened to was like garbage. Like, do you remember the song Pop Punk Princess by Something Corporate?
Ooh, no. I wish I could hear that right now. Sounds like right up my alley.
Yeah, I really would like to
be my pop punk princess.
Yeah, that's really good.
I'll be your garage band king.
Yes, totally.
Yeah,
That's really good.
Sure. Yeah, I kind of like, I remember not liking a lot of the music at the time. And so now I can go back and sort of like look at it and be like, yeah, I still don't like this. But a lot of the stuff that I was listening to at that time, I have like no ability to analyze critically anymore. I don't know if it was actually good or not. I was just really into just like, honestly, a lot of like British indie stuff at the time.
The Kaiser
really
Chiefs.
Kaiser Chiefs, Future Heads.
Yeah, totally.
I was into Hot Chip as well. I felt pretty cool.
Sure.
I was into Hot Chip
Hot
at
Chip
the
was
time.
good. Yeah, for sure. That one song they had over and over, that was fucking great.
Yeah.
Stuff I've revisited since, in the last couple of years that I think is really good. Audio Slave, that holds the fuck up.
God
Audio Slave's so
bless
good.
it. I love Audio Slave fucks. I love that shit.
So good.
Hey, your heart, you know that?
I Am the Highway is the one for me. That's so good. Muse, not so much. Muse was like my first like big band that I adored.
Yeah.
And they were a bit shit, really. But only up until like 2006 is when I fell off. And the stuff before that is still like okay, but it's not something that I think that's something where it was perhaps just of its time.
Yeah.
Sure. One of those like, because this is still like monoculture. You're like watching. I'm watching a lot of Kerrang, and basically just like absorbing whatever, just like listening to the same songs over and over again, and just like again not really having any, just knowing that they are cool and having heard them so many times that they just sort of like become instilled in me, I guess.
Totally.
Kerrang, I think, is a British thing, for sure.
I think so. I was about to ask, what is Kerrang, and how dare you
like
bring that up on the America episode?
Yeah, it was a British like rock magazine, and then they had their own channel as well.
Yeah.
I do actually, I want to mention, just while I'm thinking about it, because I also had the boy at school who was like really into the emo stuff. And the main thing I remember about him is he also clearly really wanted to be American. Because I remember him being like, I'm going to start my own band, and he would always do I'm going to sing in the exact same American sort of whiny accents.
Yeah.
And he was cool. He was very cool at the time.
He was considered cool.
Yeah, and I did think I should be liking the music that he likes because he's cool.
Totally.
And why do I not? I'll just force myself to anyway, or at least try to.
America was cool.
Listen, there was a time,
cool.
folks.
There was a time.
Where did we place Bowling for Soup in all of this? because it comes up. It's not emo, but it really was just as big at the same time, and I felt like was celebrated by that same audience, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe, dare I say, it falls into random sauce category.
It's certainly a random sauce.
That's a weird name. And then like sort of a silly, they kind of like are like Smash Mouth to me, I guess, but like silly band.
I put them in the same category in my head as like Blink-182 and stuff like that, and I guess Sum 41 to a degree.
Sure.
So to me, it's like pop punk, but
well, we can, of course, why don't we just go to the isthisbandemo.com and find out?
Well, let's go.
Oh man,
come on, everyone.
Okay, it says Bowling for Soup is not an emo band.
Whoa.
Okay, so I went to this website earlier and I put in or was it Panic at the Disco? It was either My Chemical Romance or Panic at the Disco, and it said it wasn't. And I was like, okay, well...
I think whoever's making that website is probably in the I can't believe that these people are not talking about
Rites of Spring, yeah.
Exactly. None of this is true emo or whatever.
Well, also,
yeah, I pissed off my friend Max Reed by saying I'd listened to Rites of Spring and it was shit.
People get really pissed. It is a very touchy subject because I certainly know a lot of people that will feel very alienated by this entire conversation of all of us, being like, it ain't it, it really meant a lot to people.
And I'm like that about the music I like.
Right,
like when people make fun of like my top 3 artists are artists that get made fun of a lot, which are The National, Arcade Fire, and Sophie and Stevens. Right. And those are real easy targets. Particularly I think The National, because it's sad dad music. And it's like, you know what? Some of us are sads and we don't need to be dads.
And dude, I don't have a fucking leg to stand on because from the ages of 12 to like 23, my favorite band absolutely was Primus. And that shit sounds like farts. That is not good. It is absolutely bad. I don't care who you are. We all have to admit it. I went to a Primus concert recently and I had to say in the middle of it, I was like, I have to move on. It's time.
I hate that. That happened to me at my last national concert just because unfortunately Matt's voice is no longer has it. He screamed too much. Katie, have you ever seen the documentary We Sold Our Souls for Rock and Roll by what's her name? Penelope, Rise and Fall of Western Civilization?
Right. No, yeah, I've seen Civilization, but I haven't seen that.
Yeah, so it's the reason that you haven't seen it is it's not available anywhere, basically.
What if I lied about it? What if I lied to seem cool?
Yeah, you could do that, and that's great. And I'll talk about it anyway, just for the listeners. Please. But obviously you've seen it. They screened it at the Academy Museum here, but it was never released because of like clearing footage or whatever. But they followed Ozfest, and they shot hundreds of hours of footage. And Primus is in that documentary.
Yeah,
they're like one of the bands that's performed. It's just such a good music documentary, and especially seeing it in the theater where it's fucking love to see this. Massive. Yeah, it's on Vimeo. I think you can find it.
Yeah.
It's really, really worth watching. Obviously, it was better in the theater with the really loud and stuff. But like System of a Down is there,
so
and
fun.
Slipknot and shit like that. And it's an interesting kind of changing of the guards thing because it's Ozzy obviously, and they all absolutely fucking revere him.
Yeah.
And that's actually the last thing I want to say before we move on is that I think emo is seen as inherently silly and is.
Yeah.
And I think a little bit of that is probably because it's a little bit girly in a way that other music genres aren't.
It was a little girly, it was a little gay.
It was a little girly, a little gay.
Like these little gay kids.
It was like, it allowed like little boys to be sensitive, 100%.
Yes.
And
And I think that I don't think it's any sillier than either nu metal or metal, which are really stupid. Like, I'm sorry, you're going up there singing about your Dragula? Come on.
Yes.
That's silly. It's fine. We're all having fun. Like, I'm a Satanist and I'm biting the head off a bat. Oh, I'm sorry. It's like, yeah, it's all pretty stupid. It's like, it's no more sensible.
I agree with you, dude. It's like, do you want something that's like, emo, where it's like you're so far into your emotions that you talk about whatever the fuck I Write Sins Not Tragedies is about, which is like a Victorian wedding, I guess. Or it's like, are you so cut off from yourself that you're writing about fucking dragons? And then you're like, and that's like the metal of it all, where it's like, that's like the spectrums of this. And it's like, yeah, they're both silly and, whatever.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm distracted by the noise Libby made.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, Katie. Can I show this picture that you sent, or is?
Sorry. Yeah, I sent that, and I was like, I don't know if it's going to get there in time. And then I also, so Libby showed us that gorgeous picture of her, but my brother unearthed this. This was a phase that I forgot about, and he sent it to me recently. You can. Why don't you go ahead and throw it up on the damn screen?
I'm throwing it up. I mean, I'm doing a little Miss Computer here.
Vomiting.
Here we go. Okay.
So
it's so good.
And you're saying which one is Katy? Well, which one could it be? Is it the one with the fishnet sort of mittens and the t-shirt that she got from her mom's dresser that says sin on it? And then, black lipstick. I don't know. And it's also note the Dora the Explorer napkins that are doing a lot of heavy lifting here. I mean, it's like there's a lot happening. I vaguely remember this phase as like, this is 6th grade. I am 12 years old.
Yeah.
I am expressing myself, capital E, express it, just like really trying it out. I remember speaking of Ozzy, ringtone was Crazy Train, fuck yeah. And also ringtones. And really like doing the work of picking the right one. I remember that and being like, what represents me? It's
Maybe something that we've lost is the picking the ringtone.
Dude,
I know. They should bring it back.
I'm getting deja vu. Did we talk about this the last time I was on your podcast?
I think we did, yeah.
Sounds about right.
Is that so embarrassing? Did I bring this up twice that I had this ringtone?
Honey, the amount of times that we've talked about we're only, 63 episodes in. We've already talked about all the same stuff 4 times. It's fine. We're in the nursing home and we're saying,
wasn't it lovely? Man. Wasn't it lovely when you snogged a boy who had a fringe?
Okay, Grandma, you had the ringtone. Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
It was Ozzy Osbourne. He was on a train.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, go to sleep. All right.
The train was crazy.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, it was crazy, was it?
Okay.
All right. It is time to rank emo, which we are, of course, doing on our American supermarket themed tier list system. With S being Whole Foods, A being Trader Joe's, B being Wegmans, C Target, D Safeway, E Walmart, and F Piggly Wiggly. Of course, we all know and love it. Libby, where are you putting emo?
We're getting at least one person per episode who's like, why did you put Piggly Wiggly last?
I was about to be that person. Piggly Wiggly.
Because the name is Piggly Wiggly, and I didn't know what else to put at the bottom.
It's called Piggly Wiggly.
Y'all never taking yourselves to the Piggly Wiggly. It's fabulous in there.
It's fabulous. I'd love to go to a Piggly Wiggly, and if I ever have the opportunity, I shall. Emo. Where shall I put thee? I think probably I'm going to put it in Safeway because it is a pretty shit, but I think slightly unfairly maligned by men. No, not just men, but it's an easy target. But I don't think it's that much sillier than a lot of other music that teenagers listen to. It's better than Taylor Swift, I can tell you that much.
Yeah, right.
I mean, some of those Panic at the Disco lyrics, I was like, I wish I was listening to Taylor Swift right now, and I hate Taylor Swift's lyrics.
Yeah. And that's a lot coming off of the
like
Madison Square Garden wedding, which really painted her in a bad light.
Ooh,
I mean, not to get into that, but
oh my God, can you imagine if Taylor Swift had an emo wedding? That would be so random. Okay.
Cutaway Family Guy style. That was crazy. Fuck you, Jesse Farrar. Fuck you.
Sound alert for my stream.
It's Wonderful. A good format. I don't think I want to say that I think emo is bad. I think that's where I'm at. I do think, I mean, it obviously it looks stupid now looking back on it. And I even to a certain extent thought it looked stupid at the time. Maybe that was part of the reason I didn't sort of ingratiate myself in it as much. But I do think the sort of like, I mean, I just wish I had actually embraced it more because I feel like it was probably my one potential route to exploring like androgyny and queerness in a way that would at least be safe amongst that group of people, even if not to the wider world. And I think if it sort of did that for other people, then I think that's good. So I'm going to put it in Target. So right in the middle, I think. It's just sort of there to me. Katy, where are you putting emo?
Yeah, I mean, I'm really right there with y'all. It's like I'm kind of bouncing between Target and Safeway. Not good, not bad, sort of just there, or pretty shit. You know, it's like I do remember, now that I'm thinking of it, Paramore is from Tennessee. They're from Franklin. Haley Williams went to a high school that was not far from mine. And I remember because she's 4 or 5 years older than me. And I remember it was quite cool to see a band, you know, from like the Nashville area, like pop off like that. And that was sort of the first one of those that I experienced where it was like, wow, it's like possible to, you know, do something cool. I mean, again, Paramore was not for me, but I was like, you followed your damn dreams. You made it. That's really cool. I like that. I like everything that Charlotte said. All those reasons, you know, it's like I like that it sort of allowed, there's like a sort of permission there, a little bit of slight door opening. But then also the reason I kind of am like, fuck, like pretty shit is that, I mean, I wish I had seen more of that and a lot less of all of my friends with great lives pretending to be sad, which was 95% of it was people with their arms folded in the background of a family photo. You know what I mean? And it was because they were given a direction, I think, you know, where it's just like, this is the signal that I am cool and different. Not that I was above it. I also did that. We just saw the Dora the Explorer birthday party where I was
I mean, it led to some pretty funny pictures, right?
Of course, and God bless that, you know?
They just did a bit with that on SNL. I got a reel of it. Goth Kid on Vacation.
Oh, yeah.
That was pretty good. I like that
really
a lot.
nice.
Goth Kid on Vacation. Because I have that exact photo of me in Rome as well, of being the Goth Kid on Vacation.
Trying so hard to not have a good time.
I know. And I genuinely, I think that's a really important part of teenage development, especially because for me it was like it was really, it wasn't so much that as like a pretending as a rehearsal for being really sad. Like when I was like, you know, 14, 15 or whatever, I didn't have the part of my brain yet to experience proper depression, but I think it knew it was coming.
Yes.
So I was doing some trial runs, and then when it actually happened, I was like, oh, this isn't fun.
Right. We're going to start building the cocoon now, and then, oh no, we're trapped in it and we can't get out. What did I do? No, 100%. And I guess it's also like, you know, with anything, you can point to like, you know, punk, metal, like we were doing, you know, it's like these are all things that like older people rolled their eyes at, like obnoxious youth culture or whatever, you know, like it propelled a certain attitude, you know, whatever. But so I guess you could say that about anything where it's like every kid forever for the history of time, besides Mr. Kellogg, because he was fucking awesome, like went through, you know, an embarrassing phase, you know? And a lot of that was like informed by the music or whatever. But there, I guess it's just like this obviously hits close to home. We were there for it. We saw it.
We were there.
We were there.
We were there. Yes.
We were there.
Yes.
We did it.
At least for the bit that everybody knows about.
Yes.
All right. Libby, should we play your little game?
Yes, I don't have a name for it, but I'm going to give you some lyrics, and you're going to tell me what band it's from.
Oh, good.
Okay.
All right, here we go. What a beautiful wedding, says a bridesmaid to a waiter. And yes, but what a shame. What a shame the poor groom's bride is a whore.
Oh, sorry.
No, Katie, you go first. If you know it, I gave you Paramore, My Chemical Romance, or Panic at the Disco.
It's, of course, going to be Panic at the Disco. Mm-hmm. The groom's bride, I remember being like, why are y'all writing like that?
Yeah, I'm also saying Panic at the Disco because I did listen to this one this morning,
that's right.
and I did think, man, this song is so much less than I even remembered. It really is just. I just found out that, you know, my wife might be sleeping around. My wedding's fucked, and then just sort of says that over and over and over again. It's so bad. It's such a bad song.
Presumably so they could do a music video where they're all dressed up like stupid fucking steampunk wankers.
It was steampunk, bro.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, is steampunk British? It's certainly British in vibes.
It feels British.
We should find out. We should find out if it's British.
We'll look into it.
I'm pretty sure that this is... Having written a parody song for this episode, I think he probably says the poor groom's bride so that it's enough syllables.
Yep.
Yeah, this is I Write Sins Not Tragedies by Panic at the Disco.
I hate the title of that as well.
Yeah.
So stupid, doesn't make any sense. Okay.
The long isolating titles of all of these, you know what I mean?
I No, God, we didn't even talk about that, but so many of these.
They love a paragraph instead of a...
They do.
I like to go outside and play, but not in the rain because the rain, and it's just like, fuck, bro, like... Jesus. Slow down, man.
Something that you are never going to get to the end of on the iPod scroll.
Right, ever.
Okay. It's just past 8 and I'm feeling young and reckless. The ribbon on my wrist says, do not open before Christmas, which is how I assume that has to be pronounced. Is this Fall Out Boy, Jimmy Eat World, or At the Drive-In?
Okay. I will admit, I mean, I didn't listen to a lot of Jimmy Eat World. I've definitely heard a lot of it. But sort of like can't bring to mind.
They're a real big one.
Yeah. Can't bring to mind like the styling of their lyrics. All I will really say is that this is stupid, therefore I think it's Fall Out Boy.
Okay.
I'm really drawing a blank here. I mean, I'm gonna say At the Drive-In because I don't know.
We actually have this on vinyl. I knew I recognized it, and Lewis owns this on vinyl.
At the Drive-In?
The At the Drive-In album, but this is in/casino/out. They were pretty good. No, this is Fall Out Boy, and it's funny that you were just saying this about the long titles because this was called Our Lawyer Made Us Change the Name of This Song so we wouldn't get sued.
That's so funny.
Bro, the amount of high fives going around when they came up with that. The amount of just like, yeah, like we crushed it, bro. That is... And also, this was something I was saying earlier. I'm looking at Mr. Stump and I'm saying you can't tell me that that's not Ben Gibbard from fucking Death Cab for Cutie. They are the same man. I would love for you to prove me wrong. You should have a game called Gib or Stump because I think
Gib or Stump.
Oh, I love that.
No one would win.
Okay, here's what we do. America Month 2 next year. We have Katie back. We do Death Cab for Cutie, an entire episode about Death Cab for Cutie, and then we do Gib or Stump.
Gib or Stump.
Gib or Stump.
Give her a stump. Okay. My heart is yours to fill or burst, to break or bury, or wear as jewelry, whichever you prefer. Is this Alexis on Fire, Dashboard Confessional, or Brand New? Katie?
I feel awfully silly giving all of my big opinions about these bands when I just haven't
I was baiting
listened.
you into doing that.
This is really egg on my face. Eyeliner with egg on my face. Okay, is this Alex is on Fire, maybe?
My heart is yours to fill or burst. It's not as bad as the other ones, right? So
can I change my answer? Is it Dashboard Confessional? That's my answer.
I am going to go for Dashboard Confessional with this one, personally.
Nice one. This is hands down by Dashboard Confessional.
Great.
Really funny to me that their biggest song was from the Spider-Man soundtrack.
Oh, God bless them.
That's nice. I didn't know if we would get to it. I did just have Spider-Man 3 written down on my notes for emo.
I completely
That was such
forgot.
a big emo moment. Was
Wait,
when
emo
Tobey
Peter
Maguire,
Parker.
Emo Peter Parker. Yeah, he's infected by the symbiote, which turns him into a
Emo.
twat.
Oh my
Emo
God,
twat.
you're right. Wow,
He's got
that's
the fringe.
funny.
That's how you know he's bad now.
Yeah,
Oh,
a little bit of messy bang. That's so great.
Oh,
And he's dancing on the table.
pure panic.
Anyway.
Disco. It used to be the reason I breathe, but now it's choking me up. Die young and save yourself. Is this Alexis on Fire, which I always said, but it probably is Alex is on Fire, Dashboard Confessional, or Brand New?
It surely is Alex is on Fire.
Yeah, but the
believe
kid in my
so.
class said Alexis on Fire. So.
Alexis on Fire.
Mm-hmm.
In that case, I'm going to go with Alexis.
Okay.
I'm saying Alexis.
Katie?
I'm also going to follow suit and say Alex is on Fire.
Alex is on Fire.
And yeah, I'm stepping to y'all. Oh, wow.
This is Sick Transit Gloria, Glory Fades by Brand New. This is a song about a teenage girl sexually assaulting a teenage boy, written by a man who would later admit to asking a 15-year-old girl for nudes when he was in his mid-20s.
Yeah. Did y'all do the thing that I did earlier this week where I typed in all these bands and then allegations into Google? Because I was like, it has to be a lot of them. But I will say, it wasn't a lot. I was actually surprised.
That's good.
So
Yeah.
far, I mean, the ones that I checked anyway were pretty squeaky clean.
Yeah. It's pretty, it's just really like a wholesome genre.
Yeah.
Nice, but a
Except
lot
this
of nice
fuck.
boys, except this fuck who I hate. And
yeah.
hope something really bad happens to. They'll lay me on the dinner table, I will be the pig. With the apple in my mouth, the food that celebrates your end. This is like, okay, this reads like badly translated text on like an Amazon listing for a lamp or something from China. They'll lay me on the dinner table, I will be the pig. With the apple in my mouth, the food that celebrates your end.
Yeah, I also, it kind of sounds like, it's like, badly translated 50 Shades of Grey or something.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
no,
I was thinking this is a post on Craigslist.
I will be the
looking
pig.
for this to happen.
The apple will be in my mouth. You will walk in the door.
Mouth.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, is this Jimmy Eat World saves the day or Alex is on fire?
What do you think, Katie?
I'm going to say saves the day.
Ooh, I also want to say saves the day, and I know I'm 1 point ahead, so I'm just going to keep doing that.
Very nice. It is saves the day.
Nice.
Never heard of him before today. Listen to it, and it's shite. This is the song At Your Funeral.
At your funeral.
On
so
the
the
album,
pig is celebrating
At your funeral, I'll be the pig.
Yeah. Here's what I would like. At your funeral, I will be the pig. You will walk in the door. You will put the apple in my mouth. I will enjoy that. Then.
Okay. At last, it's finally over. Couldn't take this town much longer. Being half dead wasn't what I planned to be. Now I'm ready to be free.
Yo!
Is this The Used, The Get Up Kids, or Alex is on fire?
Ooh, this feels like something The Used would say, and I say this not really knowing too much about The Used.
Really horrible name.
Just feels like what they would do to me.
Yeah,
Katie?
I also agree with that. But I'm gonna be silly and say it's the Get Up Kids.
Okay. They also were a little better, I thought, than the other ones when I listened to them. This is The Used, The Taste of Ink.
Yoink.
The Taste of Ink.
Yoink.
Yeah, I definitely remember that hanged heart.
Totally.
I remember that image for sure.
It's not unlike Libby's broken heart drawn on her hand from the photo we saw earlier.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's so intriguing. Why is her heart broken? Who knows?
She has a story to tell in the computer lab. Yeah.
She's got a deepness to her that we can't understand.
That computer lab, man. All right. Last one. Goldenrod and the 4-H stone. The things I brought you when I found out you had cancer of the bone. Is this brand new My Chemical Romance or Alex is on fire?
Gotta be My Chemical, right? Cancer of the bone?
Running stone with cancer of the bone. It is bad. And when I was listening to My Chemical Romance, there were a few songs I liked, and then a few where I was immediately like, well, I don't recognize this, and I'm immediately going to skip it. Ooh, I think it is also My Chemical Romance here.
You evil pigs. This was a trick question. This is Casimir Pulaski Day by
Hilarious.
Sophie Stevens.
That is funny.
Well, he can sing anything he wants, and it's going to sound nice.
Again, by the way, what I'm saying, y'all, it's the same caca. We were on different sides. It was like, this was our like mods versus greasers. It's like, that's the same shit though. It's all sad stuff. Cancer of the bone, Sufjan. Come on, man.
This music is, I will say, much better, but it's not any less emotional or like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like emotionally...
Like sincere?
Like sad sack?
Yeah.
It's very fucking sincere.
Charlotte's like, so like pathetic?
Pathetic? Yeah.
So like loser shit. But I've had some of my most greasy forehead on the train window moments of my life to Sophie Stevens long after the point at which that should be happening. You know, I'm talking about being 24, you know?
Yeah.
He's my guy. He's my guy.
He's a great guy to be your guy, I will say.
And it's like, when it hits, man. That shit like never leaves you. There's still like Wilco songs that will like transport me to like my first breakup or whatever. And it's just like, it'll never
That's
go away.
That's the beauty of music.
It's the beauty of music,
what it should do.
baby. Are you afraid of like, I'm so scared of like being a parent and like having a kid go through one of these phases where you're like, God, I remember that at that time you felt everything so deeply, but it's so embarrassingly stupid.
Yeah.
And it's like,
you can't be like, hey, buddy, by the way, in 20 years, you're going to find this really stupid. Because when they're experiencing it, it is real.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. You just have to let him do it.
Yeah.
You just got to let him do it. And thank God my mum did.
That's really nice.
All
and
right,
now I've turned out like this.
I mean, yeah.
A gorgeous winged eyeliner.
you have a talent for painting on your face.
Yes.
Is what's happened.
An intriguing middle-aged woman. Yes, that's exactly right. That's what I've ended up as.
Indeed. Well, this has been an absolute treat. Katie, thank you so much for coming on the show again. Thank you for talking to us about emos. Can you tell our listeners where to find you and your stuff?
Y'all, it was an absolute honor to be here. Thank you for having me so much. I am on the internet. My Instagram is at Katy Fishell. I said this last time. I have at Sex is Weird as well. I don't post on it much, but follow either one if you want. Nothing to update right now. Working on fun stuff. Maybe you'll see it soon.
I love that. Something's coming.
Something's coming. I won't tell what.
Keep an eye out, guys.
Keep an eye out, y'all.
Just posting a tweet. Big things coming.
Yeah. I post it like 50 times a day, and everyone's really scared of me. Yeah.
Working on something you're going to like.
Something's about to happen soon.
Thank you, everybody, for listening, of course. We are What's All This Pod. If you want to follow us on Blue Sky, Instagram, or if you want to watch the YouTube video of this, do that so you can see Libby's cool look, Libby's cool new look that she's going to be carrying forward.
Every single day.
As we go. Obviously, do check out the Patreon as well. All this month for America Month, we're doing an American sitcom in London where we're talking about episodes of American sitcoms where they went to the UK. And we do have our lovely friend Luke coming on to talk about Parks and Recreation, the ones where they go to London. So that'll be on Thursday. That's patreon.com/whatsallthisden. And if you want to get in touch with us, the email, as always, is whatsallthispost@gmail.com. That's it.
I have a question.
Please.
Katie's, and now time for Katie's last thing.
This is like question of the week.
I'm so sorry to do it. Remember last time? I'm immediately apologizing. I'm so sorry. Remember last time how you made me say something with a British accent? What if y'all gave a earnest cut my wrists and black my eyes in the best American accent you could possibly do?
No, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do the Southern one because that's sort of cheating. Cut my wrists and black my eyes.
That's really good.
Okay, all right. My go. Cut my wrists and black my eyes.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much.
That's the end. Bye, everybody.
Bye.